Hey everybody, it's Tammy Espatia from Unbreak Your Life, where the broken pieces of your life can become a beautiful mosaic. So I started this thing a few minutes ago and the camera did something weird, so I had to start all over. So take two, here we are, hi. Happy Friday. So I have been doing some research and I went down a rabbit hole, as I always do when I do research, and I came across I was doing some research on, oh, this is gonna fall, I hope it's okay, it'll stay. My camera's not cooperating with me today. I'm having all kinds of trouble. It must mean I'm gonna have a great weekend. It has to mean that, it has to mean that. Anyway, so I was doing some research on authentic true self. And of course I came across a saying by William Shakespeare. I think we all know that he said, "To thine own self be true." But to be true to yourself means to act in accordance with who you are and what you believe. So who we are and what we believe, sometimes we don't really have a good grasp on that. So if you know and love yourself, you will find it effortless to be true to yourself. But do we really know and love ourselves? So just as you cannot love anyone else until you love yourself, you can't be true to anyone else until you are true to yourself, right? So we have to begin by not being afraid of who we are, right? Okay, so being true to yourself is difficult and it takes courage. It really does, because it's not easy. Courage to accept yourself as you really are and not as you think you should be. But we always do that. That's kind of how we live our lives. But how courageous are we really? I'd like to think I'm courageous because I think I am. I am. In many ways, I am. So I have done a lot of courageous things in my life. For example, when I was 19 years old, right out of college, or right out of high school, I went for a year of college at the junior college, and then I moved from a small town in New Mexico where I graduated from high school to downtown Los Angeles to pursue my goal of earning my degree in fashion design and starting my career in that field. So then I had the courage to do that, and then I ended up getting married and having kids, but that didn't work out, and I had to muster the courage to leave my abusive husband and thrive while raising a teenage son. That's not easy. And then later on I accepted a position in another state and that I'd never been to, so I could pursue my new career, and bought a house, and that turned out to be great. It was very successful. Then I gathered the courage to be even more uncomfortable in front of all of you and being transparent about what happened in my life with being deceived and betrayed, so that I can help other women get through and heal through that process. So, but have I been courageous in really loving myself to the point of having peace and tranquility in relationships that required me to be effective in those relationships with others? The answer is no. I had to be transparent and honest with myself. But I am taking steps to get there, and I have found some ways to do that. It's a journey like anything else, and it requires me to look into the mirror, literally, which I'll share with you in a little bit, to face the details of my individualness, so to speak. Stephen Cope, in his book, he authored Yoga and the Quest for True Self. I'm a yoga fan. I do yoga almost every day. I love it. Told you, rabbit holes. He stated that people feel, I'm gonna look at this, I wrote it down. People feel profoundly like they're not living from who they really are, their authentic self, their deepest possibility in the world. And the result is a sense of near desperation. And we do that. We feel desperate at so many times in our lives because we're not being authentic to our true selves. So I want to challenge you to muster the courage I know you have inside of you to make small steps towards that, okay? Towards being a true self, and being true to yourself is one thing, but really finding who you are and loving yourself. So I have an exercise that I do, and I want you to try doing it. So sit in front of a mirror and look at your face. okay? And I know we do this every day because we put on makeup, guys. If you're listening to this, you probably don't so much, so it might be more uncomfortable for you. But I want you to look in front of the mirror and really examine your face, okay? And we automatically go to the flaws. We start to look at the flaws that are in our face, the wrinkles. You know, I got a new wrinkle here, and I've got a zit coming out here, and oh my gosh, there's hair down here I have to pluck out every day. But quit looking at that. Don't look at that. I want you to look at your face. Then I want you to look at your eyes. Your eyes are the window to your soul. Your eyes are the window to the authentic self of who you are. Your eyes are where you really find love within yourself. I want you to do something with me. So look at your eyes. Just look deeply in your eyes. Now look deeper, and I want you to look at the multiple colors that sparkle in the iris of your eyes. Now, depending on your eye color, you're going to have different colors that sparkle. If you have brown eyes, you're going to have some beige or tan sparkles, maybe some gold sparkles and some white sparkles. Pick a color. For me, I've got, I don't know, they say I've got sometimes blue, sometimes green, sometimes teal, depending on what I'm wearing, but I'm in front of a mirror where you really aren't going to see anything. But what I ended up focusing on was the color blue. I had a blue sparkle in my eyes. So I found the color blue, and I focused on that. So I want to find where in my life I love the color blue. So for me, I decided the blue sky. I remember sitting as a kid, well, as an adult too, not so long ago, but not recently, laying down and just looking and reflecting up and looking at the blue sky and the vastness and the beauty of the blue sky. And it reminded me of heaven. And it reminded me of my connection with God. And then I thought about blue, the ocean, the blue ocean, and the peace and tranquility that I have when I'm at the beach, and so close to the great expanse of beauty in all the creatures that are hiding under the waves. I love it when I can lay there on the beach and look up at the blue sky. So for me, that made me think about the things that are true to me and who I am and what I love. And that is going to remind me from now on, when I look into my blue eyes, the trueness of how I feel when I think of the color blue. And you'll see blue all around you. If you do this on a regular basis, it's going to make you think about being true to yourself in just that one area. So that's one step in finding trueness in yourself. Okay? So try that for a couple of weeks, and maybe next week when I come on for a Faithful Friday video. That's what I'm going to call these from now on, I think. I just thought about that. Faithful Friday, how's that? Faithful Fridays. Maybe I can share another step that you can take to become more true to yourself. So give me some feedback, give me some thoughts, and maybe some suggestions in the comments, and I'll take those into consideration. Would love to answer any questions that you have about Unbreak Your Life, and I look forward to talking to you again. Have a great weekend. Bye.